As the clock strikes 7, the vibes alive. Inner circles here, where voices thrive. Turn on your screens, let the magic unfold. Listening and healing as stories are told. Come one, come all, this is your time. No topics too tough, just heed the calls. From mental health woes to justice we seek. Together we rise for the strong and the meek. A safe space for all, let's lift every voice. Inner Circle podcast where hearts unite. Sharing our truths, bringing hope to the light. Community strong, we're never alone. Together as one, we've created a home. With laughter and love, we break down the walls. No topics too tough, just heed the calls. From mental health woes to justice we seek. Together we rise for the strong and the meek. A safe space for all, let's lift every voice. So join the conversation, let's set the tone. Inner Circle podcast where love is well known.
Good evening, family, and welcome to another episode of the Inner Circle podcast. Today is Monday, September 22nd, first day of fall. So, I mean, it's like summer is officially over. We are officially starting fall. So, welcome to this edition, call it our entertainment edition of the Inner Circle podcast. So, welcome. I'm your host, Abe Kumara. I'm here tonight with co-host Miss B and my man Titus. Welcome, guys, to the show.
Good evening, everyone. It's your girl, Miss B, and we are about to get all up in this juicy trends and pop culture madness.
Okay, Titus.
Up, Titus.
What's up? Well, how y'all doing? Hey, hi everyone. Thanks for holding it down. Thanks for being with us. Just came to hang out with y'all tonight, you know.
Nice.
And busy,
us,
but
us young folks, us children.
us, yeah.
Oh, that was
it's been busy, man, but I had to squeeze in the time tonight, you know.
Necessary. Well, folks, again, the topic tonight, as Miss B said, viral trends and pop culture madness. You know, it seems like a lot been going on, a lot been trending on social media. It's like lots and lots of things been going on. So Miss B will feel you guys saying, I'm just here to learn tonight. So by the way, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Is growing. So and you can contribute to the conversation by calling our number 952-594-5154. Or just put a comment in the chat, what's trending in your world, what's your algorithm telling you, things like that. So, but before we get into the topic for the now, each of you, how was your weekend? And Miss B, I will start with you.
My weekend was lit.
Okay.
So we did college visits. Yes, y'all, I'm doing college visits. We visited our first college. We're looking at HBCUs, historically Black colleges and universities. And so, which I'm so surprised and excited that my daughter is looking at going to these schools, although there's some people who may feel otherwise. So we went to see Howard, and so they have an annual Bison Family and Friends Weekend on the campus. They do this every year around the 18th to the 21st of September-ish. And so we got to go on the campus. My niece is already there, and so we took Seisha, and she fit in right away. She fell in love with the campus. And for me, it was really that culture, Black excellence. You could see it on the campus. I mean, the campus is blackety black, y'all. So Black men, Black women, just pursuing education, our future leaders of tomorrow. And then the families, you could see generations of Howard, in families when we were there. And then she had to see the sororities and fraternities. So she went to a pep rally. She saw the girls then stepping and the guys stepping. So anybody know about, the Black culture and historical Black colleges, you're going to see the stepping happening at pep rallies and so on. So that's what we did in DC. Got back home on Sunday. Y'all can never tell me I'm old ever again. I ran across this cute shorty. And when I say shorty, yes, y'all, I think he had to be about 7, 8, 9, 10. Y'all can help me, y'all. What's his age? What's Shorty's age?
He's 10.
He's 10. And Shorty likes them, older. I guess he likes older experience, but not that much older. So we're in line to get on the bumper cars. And, he starts saying, oh, I don't want to cringe her. And I'm like, what does cringe mean? He didn't want to go say hi to some girl. I was like, what does cringe mean? And he's like, oh, And then I was like, oh, y'all children, y'all have all these slang. He said, but ain't you children too? I was like, I said, children. I said, how old do you think I am? He said, 12. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
But guess who bust his bubble? Seisha with her grown self gonna call me mommy. He's like, what? Did you just call her mommy? And so he has made my whole year, not only my weekend, but he's made my whole year. And nobody's ever going to tell me I'm old ever again, right? Got hit on by the 10-year-old.
Wow. That's I mean, I know with Tyler's, I don't know how you're going to beat that. Miss B says she got hit, she got hit on about a 10-year-old. And he's like,
this black woman is aging backwards.
Yeah,
man.
I don't know, but anyway.
She got that Benjamin button.
Anyway, Tyler, how was your weekend? How can you top that? How was your weekend? What did you do?
I cannot top that. It wasn't as busy as Miss B. We did a little bit of, ran some errands Friday, Saturday morning. Did a little bit of food sale on Saturday. We have this program in Liberia. It's our year 6 now, where we go to Liberia every March. And do sporting activities, just to encourage health, unity, community support through sporting. So, we've been trying to raise some funds. We're looking at other ways to raise funds because, it's really self-funded. For the past 5 years, we've been doing it. So every time we get a little chance to raise some money out here, we try to do that. So that was successful. The community came out and showed love Saturday. And that was really the highlight of my weekend. And then Sunday evening, we went over there to support Abby. Brought Miss B Crush there. And that was really it. But it was a pretty laying back, productive weekend for me.
That's good. And obviously, I think Miss B and Tyler's have touched on it here. Right? My weekend, ahead of my weekend, my youngest daughter turned 10 years old. She have said double digits. She was growing here very fast. I'm getting old. While Miss B is getting younger, I'm getting old.
Yep.
Yeah, so she's getting younger, I'm getting old. So she turned 10. It was fun. We spent 2 hours at Urban Air yesterday, and a lot of her friends came through. Her classmate came through. Today is the official birthday, actually, but it was fun yesterday. And so the aunties, the uncles, and that's where Miss B Crush, obviously, every 10-year-old out there will probably see Miss B and say, hey, what's going on with you?
What's up with you?
Can I get your number?
Happy birthday, Abby. Thank you for a swell time, Abby. We enjoyed ourselves. Yes.
So, yeah. But before we dive into the topic again, I just have a few things in my mind. I don't know, right? It's like a lot have been trending and the whole Charlie Kirk stuff, right? I don't know whether you guys watched the memorial and stuff. The memorial service, 100,000 people showed up.
Wow.
So,
Where?
Oh, in Arizona, Glendale, your favorite state. Glendale, Arizona, 100,000 people show up. They is who's who of current politics in America, the president, the vice president.
Stop it.
All the heavyweights was there, and they eulogized him.
On both sides.
My takeaway was that his wife called for peace, right? And she forgave the killer, right? She said that's what Christ would do, and that's what she would do, right? That she forgave the killer. I just want to hear. I don't probably that you guys seem surprised here, but that's this whole his death, has been trending a lot, and as a memorial service, 100,000 people show up at the Cardinal Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So that was huge.
Wow. Do I even give it any sound bites?
Okay.
Do we give it some sound bites, Titus?
100,000, damn.
100,000 for
Why
straight
not?
up, man. Look, whether you like him or hate him, right? They do have it. Look, it's like he has some stuff, right? Like I kind of go back to a book I think you guys need to read, right? By David Brooks. Also, he's a New York Times columnist. I don't know whether he's still there, but it's called Your Eulogy Virtues, right? The way you live your life, sometimes when you die, that's when you know how you live. I
Live your
think, whether
eulogy.
like him
Your
or like
eulogy, what?
uh
What's
no,
the title?
the road to character, but he talk about the book name is the road to character, but he talks about
Okay.
your resume virtues versus your eulogy virtues. Your resume virtues like how you focus on your jobs,
Yeah.
how like all your accolades, but your eulogy virtues how you live your life. Family, things you consider important and things like that. So I thought, man, 100,000 people showing up at a
And
memorial
this
service.
man could have grown to be a future president.
Exactly. 31 years old. His life was taken too soon. So
Yeah.
I think it was very influential. So I just
Sounds
wanted
like
to,
sounds like he lived a fulfilling life at a young
yeah,
age.
yeah, definitely, definitely. So whether you like him or hate him, sometimes politics comes, you know what I mean? It's all a game, that's what you should know, man. Politics is all a game. And capitalist society is a money making venture. So
Wow.
so
A
but
hundred
anyway, and then the
thousand
second,
people
yeah,
showed up. And, again, not that his life as a human being, a husband, a father was not important and valuable. However, it just makes me to be alarmed how many people were okay with the rhetoric.
well, it go both. I don't think like it go both ways though. I mean, he said some things that, man, as I said, it's political. It's political entertainment. We live in a world right now where everyone wants sound bites. It's political entertainment.
Do
It's
you
on both
believe
sides.
his
It's on both sides.
rhetoric did not cause harm? We know it caused harm to him, but besides him, do we believe that it caused harm? It did not cause harm and did not cause harm to a large group of people?
I mean, I would like
Good
Tata to
question.
speak to this, right? But I would say, right, we live in a entertainment. Well, I mean, I'm glad that we are talking about this, but we live in a entertainment culture, right? Everyone wants sound bites. Everyone wants clicks. So people will say things sometimes just about the clicks.
Well, I
I'm
don't
not,
I don't I don't
No,
know if
there's some people we file lawsuits against. Some people go to court from just saying, because at some point it's not a soundbite.
okay.
It's
Okay.
not
right.
sound bites anymore.
Okay. 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 Now I'm
It's
not
real.
support.
It's
But
real life. Lives are impacted. I don't know if what he did, and when I say he lived a fulfilling life, the man seemed like he was living his purpose. Right? He
exactly.
was he was really walking his purpose. Whether the other side of the table appreciated him or not, that man was strictly focused on what he was focused on. He had people who liked him, people who disagree with him, people who
There,
would basically harm him for what he was saying, unfortunately. But
there are people who begin
I
like that,
I mean we
who
can
have led
really
cults, who have
we
led
can really
cults,
go extreme with
who
this.
eventually come into harming people. It starts like that, right? We're calling it sound bites, but it starts like that.
Yeah.
And then it leads to leading cults, to leading people.
I'll tell you this, and that's why I like this podcast, because I can come on here and be controversial. But I mean, you'll find people who believe that even Adolf Hitler of Germany live his purpose. That whatever he did during his era was what he was called for in this lifetime. So I mean, whether it's good or evil, that's relative, that's subjective.
Yep.
But there are people who really believe in how they live. They're
And here's the
living, they're
and
walking
here's
their
the thing, right?
purpose.
As I said, like his weight. The fact that the president of the United States could eulogize him, the fact that the vice president, right? The fact that the vice president
Mm,
gave him credit for being the vice president of the United States. He's a 31-year-old kid. He established, Turning Point USA, his organization at the age of 18, and establishes on so many college campuses, was willing to go there and face other people that he disagree with. Now, as I said, right, that's entertainment basically, but he was also gaining something valuable out of that. And so whatever he said, whether you agree with him or not, I think, look, we live in an environment all over this world right now. It's all about everything's about entertainment. Some people take it too seriously. Some people,
No, I think
some people
sometimes
take
it's
it too
about
seriously.
timing and opportunity. No, it's about timing and opportunity, and you want to highlight the fact that and validate him based on the fact that the president was there and the vice president was there. It's about timing and opportunity, and we have a president who likes this type of media. We all know that.
It's very polarized.
He lives and feeds off of this type of media. So him being there does not necessarily speaks to no. I'm not trying to dismiss Charlie and his accolades, but again, sometimes things is about timing and opportunity.
Okay.
What he was speaking and the time in which he was speaking it, what he was speaking is not new. It's not something we've never heard before. Since the creating of this country, this nation, there have been the Charlies. There will be Charlies after. Is that he took advantage of the time, mind you, from the time he started and where he was at now, and the rapport and the acceptance he was getting was him taking advantage of the times that we are in and the administration that we had in office. So he saw opportunity, and that's how come his following grew, because you got to say he has a following when you can have 100,000 people show up to that he does not know. He doesn't know 100,000 people. You have 100,000 people show up to your funeral, and then to the extent where the president and vice president showed up. Let's put it in perspective. It's the administration and the time that we're in.
Okay. Well, that's that. And then the second thing, I don't know, even though you're not in Minnesota, but there was a huge concert in Minnesota. They called it the Farm Aid Festival, man. I said the whole TCF Bank Stadium was popping. All your Caucasian friends in the stadium.
Huntington Bank.
Huntington Bank Stadium was popping. While my mentor was selling food to eat.
Selling Kobo to raise money.
Yeah,
you were selling it there. See, if you had your Kobo food truck.
Yeah, exactly. But there's an event that started since the 80s, and so it's the first time in Minnesota. And so TCF Bank Stadium, I don't know whether you guys know Bob Dylan, but he's a native to Minnesota.
Doesn't know Bob Dylan.
Well, maybe not everybody listens to, that kind of music must be. So yeah, but Bob Dylan was here and stuff. So they still was popping, and things like that. So that's that.
So what was it, just a concert up there and people just having a good time? What was it about?
It's meant, I think, it's meant to aid farmers, actually, right? It's like, Minnesota is a farm state. So it's meant to raise, to raise funds for farmers that are struggling. And I think it is so appropriate the fact that we live in a tariff environment. A lot of farmers are going bankrupt or whatever. And so I think it was timely, and things like that. So that's that. Good. And then
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan and some of the heavyweights. I says I don't follow that kind of music, but just listening to it, it was. I think I said Minnesota was lit this whole weekend, right? He had a festival. The Vikings were playing. The Lynx were doing that, I think so. Minnesota, as Ms. B always like to say, right, we have a vibrant scene in the state, a vibrant entertainment scene, very, very much. Yeah. So the other thing though that affects our community hugely, I know some of us have not benefited from it, but that H-1B visa, and this is all like the whole immigrant, right? It went from whatever amount. The fees now for H-1B visa is $100,000. So
what it used to be?
It's how much?
What it used to be?
$100,000.
Wow.
So if you want to come on an H-1B visa to work for one of the tech companies, to be a medical doctor or whatever, the administration this going Friday raised the fees to $100,000.
What was it before?
I have to check, but here they say as it's going like tenfold, right? It went up tenfold. So now it's $100,000. And that what that speaks to me is like the administration has been doing everything to curtail both illegal and legal immigration.
Wow.
So
exactly. So you guys who are all excited about illegal immigrants, legal immigration is going like 50 years back. With all the steps that we made to get people into this country legally, again, I say the only way people can enter this country is through marriage.
Well, H-1B visa, first of all, right? Let me, in all honesty, our community African American community that were not benefiting much from that H-1B visa program. I'm going to be fair, right? It's mostly
almost come
South
back and
Asian.
say we're not benefiting, so therefore it ain't cool.
It's like the India was dumb. It's like 85% of that H-1B visa were going to Indians. Nothing against them. They were our brothers and sisters.
Yeah,
right?
mostly Indians.
Yeah, mostly Indian. I mean, those are the folks affected, right? And then we look at it, the highest beneficiary of the program is Amazon. Actually, Amazon currently, a lot of those are holding a visa works for Amazon and work for the big tech company, Microsoft or whatever. But again, though, to me, the larger thing I speaks to, right, is like, both the administration is cracking down on both legal and illegal immigration. I don't know what that's going to do to this country or the kind of impact or effect it's going to have. So, but we'll see.
And this
but I also think.
Go ahead, Titus.
No, I was just going to highlight too that a lot of the Indians that you talked about, they use the employers to to shoulder those fees. So maybe we didn't know how to go about it. Maybe when we heard the fees, we're thinking it had to be us out of our pockets. But usually it's the employer that really covers it while that employee is there with the company, and they slowly deduct that money. That's that's mostly how it works.
I think it's both. I think it's both. It's both them and the employers. And I can see why India, because that community, they have the money to support them coming here. And so it's going to be more likely folks that come from their middle class, their Indian middle class. It's not going to be the average, poor Indians are not coming here. It's going to be, first of all, education is not free, so in the highest level of education, the more you are educated, the better. So that's more likely you have money. And so your family is going to help you to be able to access that visa. And then some jobs, pay, and some jobs, okay, if you have the money to help pay for this, you can continue to stay. Or it's a thing where you work and your paycheck pays for you to stay.
Well, just for clarification, I don't think it was ever about the fees, because the highest fees, right, is like $780 before the current. It's $780.
Yeah, it was very affordable.
Very.
So 100,000.
Yeah, so for 780.
What's wrong with this guy, bro?
So it was never about the fees. Okay, it was
outrageous.
It was never about the fees. I don't think employers
would. Outrageous.
I think employers could probably afford that, but it was maybe like a lottery program, right? It's like so they allocate. I think they allocate about 80,000 visas, right, for H-1B or whatever, and those employers would kind of create a lottery program. Just the way you have the DV system, right? Basically, so they create a lottery program where employers can apply, and then they can allocate certain percentages of those visas to them. And then they can bring the kind of employees that they want, on an H-1B visa. So it was nowhere but the fees, right? It
just speaks to our education system, because you have to think like, why look outside of the country when you should have a good pool of educated people here to pick from?
No, the tech companies were saying, or those employers were saying they couldn't find people in those fields, right? Like you don't have enough medical doctors. I mean, that's to me, you don't have enough medical doctors.
That just speaks to our population. What are I don't know which Asian country said it, but one of the Asian countries said America produces law enforcement people and psychologists.
Okay. I don't want to get.
And to be honest, we have a lot of people in the professional service than we have in the other critical technical services.
STEM areas.
The STEM areas, which speaks to why. And it's just recently, I think maybe starting in 2000s when we started having these STEM schools, right? And so we were decades behind in our education system. When you think about Asia, this has been their norm. And that's why you see all of the companies were opening manufacturing firms and stuff in China. And ultimately, we've helped to grow that economy of that Asia, the Asian economy as a whole, the whole continent, because they were producing the people that could be able to do these jobs and take on these jobs, where we was producing people who can allow us to lay down and speak about our feelings and speak from the heart and address, which we still have a huge mental health crisis here. So I don't know which part we did right. But anyways.
Yeah. Okay, just for context, right? I think 72% of H-1B visa beneficiaries are Indians, 11% are Chinese, and then
It's
the
huge.
rest, I mean, the 2%, everybody else. So as I said, right?
Everybody.
Maybe the Indians discover something that the rest of the other, maybe the
Yeah.
African continent haven't discovered, because I think there are a lot of great minds in Africa, right? I mean, on our continent, but maybe who knows? Who knows? But that's
And the
that.
population between India and China, they alone have what, 5 billion?
Nah, I think about 3 billion. Not quite,
Between the
but
two of them?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
We
between
didn't
the two
both.
of them, probably. Yeah, between the two.
That's huge.
I mean, the Indians are
That's
they're
huge.
mostly into the tech industry too. So
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And then
while
lastly,
we're doing liberal arts, they're into STEM. So
yeah. And then lastly, folks, as I, open it, we say, well, today is the first day of fall. I mean, if you live in Minnesota, right, it's a time to explore the outdoors, right? Beautiful colors. I mean, it's gonna be popping out there. So get out there and enjoy the fall weather, and things like that. So that's that. And then I'm gonna turn it over to Miss B. I just want to show those, few things, those few things out there that the viral trends and pop culture madness, folks. That's a topic for the night. But before, every night when we come here, before we get into things, we'll try to dive into some current events and discuss those, and then we'll get into our topic. So that's that, Miss B.
but before Miss
Okay,
B
no, go ahead, go ahead,
Go ahead, Titus.
go ahead.
I just wanted to ask, what are some parks and waterfalls you can recommend to our folks for the fall?
Wow. I mean, okay, Miss B, go ahead. I will chime in there. Go ahead.
So are you asking about good indoor places, because you're not going outside in this fall?
Why not?
You can go outdoor. It's fall.
What indoor? Outdoor. You gotta
It's
go
beautiful out there.
No,
Why
y'all
you
gotta be
indoor?
realistic. Like Minnesota,
Realistic?
fall weather
Really?
for us. Fall weather for us is anywhere between 55 to 65.
We're still
on a good
outside,
day.
man.
That's
We're
a
still
nice
So we're
weather,
not,
Miss B.
y'all,
We're
the
still
pool,
outside.
outdoor parks are closed anyway. At certain time they close. I think the pool at my condo sent an email notice. I was at Mississippi Gateway Park. They did their grand opening, which people should go check it out. It's a beautiful park. It used to be Coon Rapids Dam, and I think Coon Rapids is trying to get rid of the word coon, because they've been getting a lot of tension around why is
Do
there
they have a
city
lot of cones
coon?
out there?
Coons, if you look at.
Oh man.
So anyways, their
Political
splash
correctness.
pad is closed. The splash pads have closed. That's how you know the season is ending for outdoor winter. I mean, outdoor swimming
Activities.
activities.
Okay.
Yes, when these splash pads start to close and they're not on. So that's a sign. Look out for that. For me, I would say Great Wolf Lodge is a good staycation type thing. And I would say just Google indoor water parks, Alexandra, Minnesota. What's another one? So we do Google indoor water parks, because in the month of October is MEA. And so when Seisha was little, anywhere you go, you have to have a pool, no matter what, because she always wanted to swim. And so that's why we would just Google indoor water parks and make it like a family road trip or a staycation. And so I would say Grand Marais, Minnesota, Brainerd, Minnesota, which we're going to check out this next month, doing MEA weekend. They have a whole like ropes course. If you still want to be outside, there's a lot of good outside activities you can do in Brainerd for the fall as well. And they have great water parks, indoor and outdoor, and they have like bumper car, supercar racing tracks and stuff like that. Just Google Brainerd. Great, a lot of stuff to do there, and Duluth, a lot of stuff to do there as well. So yeah, this is the season.
I mean, I'm shocked,
Nice.
like this lady that grew up here, the lady that basically grew up here is telling people to avoid the outdoors in the fall, when it's the most beautiful time in Minnesota,
No,
right?
not for
The fall season.
swimming.
Wait,
No.
okay. Wait, Miss B though, right? Is in the fall, right? It's when Minnesotans get out because number one, the
Oh, it's
colors,
beautiful.
the
And
colors are.
so for you got the hayride, you could do a hayride with your
Okay,
family.
okay.
Oh, I know fall things to do outside, but you can visit a farm. Lots of good things to do on the farm, right? And the farm, they need to make money too, and so they have a lot of outdoor family-friendly activities to do. Like I said, you could do a hayride. You can do some mazes, right? Next month is Halloween. Just go Google scary towns. Make it a road trip. There's a lot of different places to discover in Minnesota in the fall, and beautiful things to do. And there's this beach called Black Beach in Duluth, and Duluth is not that far away. It makes for a good weekend. And so when you go to Duluth, even in the fall, you will see they have all the waterfalls are good. They'll be packed with people. All the outdoor waterfalls and places in Duluth, you'll be packed with people. So that's another thing. You can Google the Lake Superior area for things to do outside. Wine tasting, so that way the kids can go snuggle in the hotel. You and your partner can go do some of the wine tasting in the fall and be outside, see some sunsets and so stuff like that. Oh, there's a lot of things to do outside in the fall, and I indulge in all of it.
And for those that love pictures, I know we live in Snapchat, TikTok. If you love those videos, the colors be pretty out, man. Go up north, wherever, right? Is that and take some nice pictures and post it. People will feel like maybe you're in some kind of a garden of Eden or whatever. It'd be pretty out there. If you love pictures, right? If you love pictures, go out there and take some nice photos.
Yeah.
Best time to do that.
It's a lot to do here in Minnesota in the fall. Next week I will give you guys a whole list, and I'll even map out a road trip for you that I have mapped out. And you will explore about 5 different cities within 2 nights and 3 days.
Oh, dang. Okay.
That's good. Okay. Yeah. Now, folks, good one there. Good one. But now let's get
lots of information on that.
Definitely, let's get into those culture trends, those viral movement, culture man. Miss B, I know the one you mentioned, but is it Cardi B is pregnant for the 4th time or what? Or what's going on?
Before we get to that, I will say NBA YoungBoy is in town. Okay. Actually, his concert started at 7. He's performing at the Target Center. I hope his performance goes off without a hitch, because apparently he's having some rivalry with Little Durk. So NBA YoungBoy and Little Durk have rivalry, and apparently the Midwest is Little Durk's territory.
Oh boy.
So yes, and because of this beef that is going on, NBA YoungBoy should not be performing in any Midwest cities. Whoa. So people are saying that, maybe they were going to disrupt the show tonight, but definitely I think his Chicago dates have been canceled. That's what I heard. I can't confirm, so go and check. If you have purchased tickets and you're in Chicago with everything that's happening, I know you were probably looking forward to a good show from NBA YoungBoy, because he does have Live Nation as a promoter. So Live Nation is one of the biggest promoters out here for concerts. They're the ones that always promote. Anytime I see a Beyonce concert, Live Nation is behind that. And so for him to have Live Nation behind him, that means he can pull a crowd, right? And so it's unfortunate that these beefs, these rivalries can impact your money. We all know that from the Drake and what's his name? Kendrick Lamar, that these beefs can do that. So I'm hoping NBA YoungBoy that your concert goes off without a hitch and it's successful tonight here in the Twin Cities. Okay. So
you have any idea on why they're beefing? I mean, what's that about?
Who knows why these young people are beefing? Most likely somebody slept with somebody's baby mama.
Oh gosh. So always
men are so territorial. I mean, you men are territorial. And so, moving on to our Cardi B story. She's pregnant with baby number 4. And women, we listen and we don't judge, right?
And who's the baby guy?
Stefan Diggs, her boyfriend.
Whoa.
Wow.
Exactly. You go and have 3 babies, I think all under the age of because how old is Culture? 5, maybe 6?
How many she have for Offset?
3 for her husband Offset.
Oh, okay.
And then next thing you know, she and Stefan haven't even been together a year. She's already 7 or 8 months pregnant.
He's trying to heal her heart.
Okay, so Cardi B is what, 7 or 8 months pregnant?
Yeah, she's pretty far along.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's been working and being pregnant, and I just learned that she's never had a concert tour because she's always been pregnant. Yeah.
Well, Cardi B has never had a concert tour?
No.
Really? Man, but I mean, she's big though.
Yeah. But she's gotten the pushback from her team. Like, you have to use the momentum to maximize on your profit. She's worth about 40, 50. She could be worth even more if she had been able to tour. Any celebrity will tell you your tours, even comedians. That's why Dave Chappelle still tours. Anybody would tell you your tours is where most of your money comes back to you. Record sales, you're probably making dollars off of each record when that goes to the record agency, because they're the ones who are paying for the studio time. They're paying for other people coming on that album. They're paying for everything, the marketing, promotion. They're covering all of that up front, so that when that album goes to sell, they're heavily invested and they need to recoup a lot of their money from the album sales. Whereas you, being the brand, the product, you sell yourself when you're out there on tours. The record label doesn't have much to do with that, right? Because that's you as a physical person that are out there in the tour sharing your craft. They own your voice, therefore the album, but you make the most money comes back to you when you're out there on those tours. And she has never toured.
So are you telling our audience tonight, telling the folks out there that since Cardi B blew up, she has spent all her time getting pregnant, but not going on a tour? So what time does she have to make music? How is she making those music? I mean,
why are you trying to get me in trouble? Like, I don't want Cardi B people to come to me.
That's what I mean. That's what he says, that she had not gone on a tour, right? And then now it's baby number 4 coming. How old is Cardi B though? I mean, or how long she been out? I mean, it's like
young. I mean,
I don't really. I mean, in all fairness, right? I don't really follow her music that much. I mean, it's like, I know she's
32. She's 32 years old. She's a baby.
Yeah. I mean, she's still young. She's still young, and she have never gone on a tour.
She's never gone on a tour. She's done, shows here and there. But if you think about it, most of the time you've seen her doing shows, it's been some award ceremony, and she's done and pregnant. Yeah. But as far as a nationwide tour, no, with dates, she's planning to do a tour with this Am I the Drama album that has just been released. She's hoping to do a tour, and she's calculating her giving birth, I think, and then a month later bouncing back and starting this tour.
Maybe she just love family. She just love making babies, and because someone, she don't want to be a catalyst single lady.
Seems like she's from a big family too.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's it. And she's put
grandma had 13 kids.
How many?
Yeah, she said her grandma had 13 kids and brought all of them here to this country.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's her mom had 10, and she said all of them worked while they were pregnant, so she has no excuse to not work while she's pregnant and not be out here chasing these millions when they were out here working for minimum wage, and didn't make excuse why they were pregnant.
The girl's a hustler, man.
She's a hustler.
Is she from the DR or Puerto Rico?
Ooh, which one? I'm sorry.
Dominican. I mean, one of those. I think
somewhere around those parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but congrats to her. We wish her a safe delivery.
Is the whole new pregnancy?
She's from New York.
No, she's not from New York. Her father is from the Dominican. Well, she was born
in New York.
Her family is from the Caribbean, so her dad is from her family background is from the Caribbean. Her dad is from the Dominican Republic, and her mother is from Trinidad.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go.
So she has that, but she was brought up in the Bronx. I mean, she has a heritage that I hear. I've never been to the DR, but it's highly recommended, for single men. That's why I feel. That's why I feel Miss B. So those Dominican ladies, they be, hey man, they love it. That's what I can say. They love what Cardi B love. So it's one of the destinations highly recommended for
Oh
single
Lord.
men. Not
Yeah.
married men, single men. Highly recommended for single men. If you're single, you're not
Wow.
married, it's like check out the DR. Highly recommended. So
It must be because my brother continues to go there for some reason.
Who?
Now that you say it, he continues to go there for some reason.
it's highly recommended for single men, Miss B. No kidding. I mean, that's how I've heard, right? Is that some of the reviews, on these travel site, is like telling you, hey, if you're a single dude, right? Like the resort. I'm just like, um, it'd be poppy for single men. So if you're a Cardi B fan, maybe check out where she's from. The DR. If you're a single man, though, right? If you're not single, I don't recommend that because maybe when you come back, your lady might say, "Hey, why the DR? Why not anywhere else but the DR?" So I don't want to get
Wow, thanks for
You're gonna
telling me
cause
that
trouble
because it
tonight.
makes sense now.
what makes sense. Let us. I mean,
He goes there all the time.
who
does?
he?
My
Who
little
he?
brother, he's young and single, but he
Oh,
goes to the DR all the time. And, things have happened to him. Like, why do you still go to that place? And now I see why he goes there.
okay. It's highly recommended for
Might
single
be
men.
some other reasons there now.
Highly
Yeah.
recommended for single men. So,
Huh.
so I think if you see Cardi B love that stuff, right? She just want to have a family, want to have a
I
babies,
love that
and not
stuff.
focus, not
You're
focus
trolling.
on not focus on all those millions of dollars. So you know what her priority lies. So, okay. I mean, that's the trending stuff for Cardi B. Titus, you have anything that's trending on TikTok,
Man.
Instagram, wherever, like something that's
Mm-mm.
going on, even in our community. I know I've
I
not
ain't
heard
really
much.
been.
I've not heard much about Sata and Cardi, but I know they said it's trending. There's another one though, right? I heard about a
Ain't
gossip.
really been connected out
So
there.
I heard about a gossip site. Who have I don't know. They say this one is even bigger than the Shadow Robbers. I think university
Oh,
is something. University university something. It says a gossip site. Something university,
that's
right?
another that's
Yeah,
another Facebook.
yeah. Is that where in like you can carry your boyfriend, you can carry your boyfriend, Wahala, your if your mate is cheating on you, you can carry there. And then I mean, it's like it just came to my attention this weekend, right? It said because I thought Shadow Rabble had that lane locked down, right? It's like, but it said, hey, I think this person
Apparently
is
she's not
based.
the only one.
Yeah, this person is based in Maryland. And then like university or something. I think University Talk or something. It says huge. I gotta find. It says huge. Is like if your man is cheating on you, or your wife, or your wife is cheating on you, or maybe you guys are going through some problems. You can take it to her. It's huge, right? It's like someone brought it to my attention this weekend. So man, you gotta check it out. And things like that. So
Oh,
yeah. So so that's one of the stuff that's trending in our community. I think I can find it here. Someone sent me some pictures. So you gotta check this thing out. I said, whoa, really? So
wow.
yeah,
That
so
is fun.
yeah, University
Man.
Conversation. That's the name of it. University Conversation. You check it
Oh
out,
wow.
Tadas. Yeah, University
Wow.
Conversation. It says bigger than Shadow Robert. That's what I feel. But I don't think anything. I mean, it's like maybe because I'm in Minnesota, but I don't know what would be bigger than Shadow Roberts.
I mean, she must have a pretty big following. Probably been doing it before Charlotte
Yeah,
Rabbit
that's
came
what
around.
that's what it said, right? So she's been doing it
Yeah.
before. I mean, she's been doing it before Shadow Roberts, obviously, but she's big, right? She's trending out there. She
Mhm.
has some, she be putting some stuff out there right now. There's a supposed beef going on between some Liberian and some Sierra Leonean, and and
Oh,
she, yeah, and stuff like that, and she's putting it out there. So, University Conversation, folks, if you haven't checked it out, I know I thought CI was big, but hey, there's a C, there's a UC out there,
so
University
you see,
Conversation, so
Sarah
check it
got a
out.
competitor, man.
Yeah, Shadow Baba got a competitor. I didn't know, right? But hey, it's big. It's big. You know. What else, man? What else, man? I mean, on this
That's
Entertainment Monday, what else? What else? What's out there? What can folks look up to? What's
hmm.
trending? What are some
See,
stuff that is
I
trending.
ain't really
Yeah,
been locked in, man. I ain't really been
man,
tuning out there. I've just been
you
in my bubble
been
and busy.
you've been missing out on some of the right. By
Yeah,
the
for
way,
sure.
Miss B was talking about this NBA what's his name NBA.
NBA young boy.
Yeah, NBA young boy. He started his tour on September 1st. I mean, it's like every night. I mean, he seems to be a workaholic, right? He had one September 1st. He had like a show in Dallas. September 2nd in Dallas. September 5th in Austin.
Okay.
It's like September 6th in Houston. So he's been working. September 9th, LA. September
Okay.
10th, LA.
Wow.
And September 12th, Oakland. September 13th, Sacramento, and then September 15th is Phoenix, Arizona. So he's been working, and then tonight,
Yeah, yeah.
tonight he's in Minneapolis, and then September 24th he's in Chicago, Illinois. That's not canceled. I've not heard anyone saying that's canceled, right? It's not. I mean, that's not what he's
I
saying
mean,
here.
I think
So
it'll be a good idea to cancel with Chicago though, because that's a
I
different
mean, even
area.
here, right? If there's a beef, because some of the things, right, with the whole gun violence stuff, right? I mean, rappers back in the day, and even now, there's always something be popping, something that comes up with them, right? It's like, so if
Yeah.
there's a beef, and the other kid is saying that, I mean, this is the Midwest is his territory, and this dude shouldn't venture. You never know, man. Some lunatic
Yeah.
might show up there, right? They might not harm NBA young blood himself, right? But they might harm, like,
Like
those fans.
bystanders and innocent
Yeah, of
people
fans, ordinary fans,
usually get
innocent
cut in
fans that are just going there
crossfires.
to do their thing, to have fun, to enjoy themselves, and things like that. So, but
Well,
I don't,
for me, I entertain the kind of beef, that Kendrick and Drake had, where it's
yeah,
just lyrical exercise, hip
yeah,
hop,
yeah,
keep it
yeah,
straight hip
yeah,
hop,
yeah,
non-violent. You know what I
yeah.
mean? But at this time, you really got to be thinking about how you can use these opportunities, these hypes, to make more money. That's what it should really be about.
But
And
maybe that's
if
why
you
it is, though, right? Maybe that's why it is, right? Because these days, as you said, right?
not to be over there trying to hurt one another, like that's corny. That thing is outdated.
But
We're
I
doing
think
that.
that's why it is, though. I think that's why it is, right? Because these days,
Okay.
right, the more controversy you can
Yeah, use
generate,
that to
right?
your
The
advantage,
more
not to
controversy
go.
you can generate, right? You guys going at it on Instagram, you guys
Yeah,
going at it on
because
TikTok,
people like that. They
it's
like,
like, and then your fans going at it, everyone's
yeah,
joining in, everyone making, some videos, some memes, everyone
you got to
dancing
be
to your
smart
hit.
about it. Yep.
Yeah, so that's, I mean, with the whole Kendrick Lamar and Drake stuff you talk about, right? It was obviously, the battle was lyrical, and
Yeah,
also it's like, but the reason why it blew up, man, I think it's because of social media, right? It's like,
exactly,
yeah, it's like,
exactly.
because there was one instance, right? There was a Kendrick Lamar show, right, where in the show all of these NBA stars, LeBron, when Kendrick Lamar first dropped that hit, right? Not like us,
Hmm.
like Lamar, what was his name? LeBron James was pop, was was BP, was going at it, that was having fun with that stuff. What's his name?
Wow,
Russell Westbrook. Yeah, so it created it's like everyone thought, it's like,
it's
man, what's
everywhere.
going on here, right? It's like, why is everyone, going and turning against Drake? But I think, I
Yeah,
mean, these days that's what it's about, right? It's all about the entertainment, though, and with
yeah,
social media, with the kind of environment we live in, right? That's kind of taking that to a whole nother level, that, hey, man, sometimes you create this controversy, right? Not so much because maybe you want to go shoot the other dude, or you want to go shoot the other rapper, but just to say, hey, it's like you get clicks, you know
yeah, for
on
sure.
TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Snapchat, whatever, it's like, and then you gain more followers, you gain more fans, and the more fans you gain these days, man, hey, it's like I mean, it's like the more your stuff sell, right? Your music or whatever.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
So yeah.
No,
So
for sure.
yeah.
For
So
that part.
I don't think that beef, with them is anything that is going to harm anyone. I don't think so. So
I hope not, man. I hope that's just all about the chicken. Get the chicken, man.
yeah, get them
You
bread.
know,
Young kids,
get that bread.
it's like, get them bread.
Don't need all that
When you guys
other
are
energy.
creating, those viral trends and those pop culture madness or moments, it should be all about the bread, not to harm anyone.
Yes,
You know,
sir.
um, you know, so that's what it should be about. So, folks, So we're discussing tonight viral trends and pop culture madness. That's the kind of environment we live in. The TikTok videos that is trending, the Instagram videos and everything else. Obviously, right? TikTok hasn't been banned, thankfully. I think the administration getting to a point where it's going to be owned by some American investors. So that's TikTok is not going anywhere. If you're a TikTok lover, if you're on TikTok, it's not going anywhere. It's going
I
to
mean,
be
that
here.
time they were talking about banning that stuff. Everybody was like bugging out. People were tripping. Like
And
TikTok not gonna be available
it's the
no
most
more.
popular app, social media app in the world right now. I mean, not only in
People were
America, right? It's
acting like
popular. It's popular with these. It's popular with kids. It's popular with everyone. It's like it's where you quit to gain followers, right? It's like you can go from one to like a million followers in a heartbeat. Well, if you can put up, a video that something that catch the eyes of folks. I mean, you can explore on TikTok. So the kids love it. Everyone love it. The kids love it. The grown-ups love it. So there's a lot you can do on there. So but thankfully, I think the administration is getting somewhere where like some American investors are trying to buy it. So TikTok is not going anywhere. It's gonna be for the American operation, right? It's gonna be American. It's gonna be
that's
owned
what it
by
always
American.
boils down to.
Yeah,
They wanna have
it's gonna be
control.
owned by American investors. So TikTok is not going anywhere. So we are making those hits on TikTok. Keep doing it, right? It's an app that cater to everyone, especially the kids. So it's a 1 hour show, man. We've been going at it almost an hour here. We're going to, kind of try to wrap it up. But Monday's our entertainment segment where it will come, bring different stuff, right? Is that what's going on in your city? There's something going on in your city. Like here, we talk about, the festival that just took place this weekend. There's something going on in your hood, in Philly, in Texas, in Arizona, wherever, man. Hit us up and let us know. So how best we can bring some
You know
awareness
what?
to it.
There's this movie on Prime. It's called Troubled Man, right? I
Okay.
don't know if you know this guy. He's a Liberian guy. He's a bodybuilder, a Liberian
Hmm.
bodybuilder. He's really popular on social media. I think his handle is NDO Champ.
Okay.
He's in that movie, man. If go support a brother. The movie name is Troubled Man. Featuring one of my favorite actors too, Jamar. But the Liberian actor is in this. I think that's his first rodeo there. So
Oh wow.
if you have the
Okay.
opportunity, hop on Prime and look at Troubled Man. You'll see our Liberian brother there, man. He's acting. So
Trouble man. And
really
he's a
nice film.
Liberian. He's a Liberian American.
No, I don't know if he's American, but he's Liberian. He was
Okay.
definitely born in Liberia. Been
Okay.
doing his thing out here, creating content.
Mm.
Um, yeah, but thank God for him, man. Thank God for him. He's in that movie.
Yeah. So yes,
Really
Trouble
good
man
movie, by the way.
is an American action comedy, right? It's directed by what Michael J. White. So that's. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
yep,
Okay.
yep. Michael J. White. That's one of my favorite guys too. Really good, really good. But check it out, Trouble Man, Prime Video.
Okay.
It's really
Okay.
really good.
Okay. Okay.
So
What
shout
else?
out to you, brother. Shout out to you. We're
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
watch
I
this
mean,
later.
it's like
Doing your thing.
he seems to be doing his thing, right? And that's what we should do. I think
Yeah,
that's what the Inner Circle podcast about, to highlight these Liberians. There are a lot of Liberians
yeah,
in this country, right, in North America, that are doing a lot of stuff. No one is highlighting them. That's one of the reasons why we even like created this platform, to give
yeah,
these individual voices, right, to highlight their achievement, their accomplishment, the things they are doing, and working on a lot of things behind the scene, right, to bring some of the heavyweights,
yeah,
on the Inner Circle podcast, right, to tell their story, and especially that for those of you in entertainment doing your thing here, no one is noticing you, because I mean sometimes our culture or our environment is so drawn out with like university conversation, or like or shadow rapper stuff, our community is so drawn out by that, and sometimes everything get lost in translation, like folks that are doing great work, folks that are having real impact, their voices are not being heard, man, because I said, man, nothing against Sierra, nothing against UC, but sometimes, right, that's our community gravitate to that. I know it's entertainment, right? A lot of folks love the kind of
yeah.
entertainment gossip. Nothing against it, but sometimes, man, there are a lot of folks that is that is doing this movie. There are a lot of librarians out there doing a
Yeah,
lot of good work here.
doing
And
his
so,
thing big time.
yeah.
Doing his thing big
Technical
time.
difficulties.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. You're good. We understand that. We understand that. We understand that. I thought maybe you want to investigate Dominican Republic stuff more. So
Oh, okay.
You know me, ladies. I'm gonna go find out all the deets. Yeah.
yeah, so by the way, before you go hop back on, I don't know, like Tata was saying, there's a movie called Trouble Man that is on Amazon Prime. He's encouraging. There's a librarian. Obviously, I think he should be a librarian American or librarian in there that is in the movie, and it's directed by Michael J. White. So,
Oh yes.
and the movie took place in Atlanta. Actually, that's where it was.
Oh,
it was-
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so ATL. So,
Yeah,
um,
librarian brother in there.
All my favorite things. Yes, it has a good cast and lineup.
yeah, yeah. You know what I mean. So, folks.
Yeah, Michael J. White, that's one of my favorite, man.
I like him. I
He's
watch a
really
lot
good.
of his stuff on Prime and Netflix.
Okay.
My only thing about all these shows now, right? They bring out the good shows, right? But you got to get all these subscriptions.
Yeah.
Last
You have
week,
to get-
social
you have
media
to
was
get-
going crazy
What?
about Beauty and Black last
Oh
week.
my gosh. Oh my gosh. So that is
They
me
were
and my
going
husband.
crazy about that.
That's our ratchet TV right there. We literally binge watched all of season 1.
Oh, you finished? Okay.
Yes, now we're coming back to season 2. Beauty in
Which-
the Black, Tyler Perry.
Which service is it on?
It's
I
on
think
Netflix.
it's on Netflix.
Oh,
Beauty
Netflix.
in the Black. We just started watching it, and then all of a sudden we got hooked.
Oh, it was produced by
Yeah.
Tyler Perry.
It's a Tyler
Yeah.
Perry movie, Beauty in the
How's-
Black.
Yeah, I
How's
mean,
the
everybody was
accusation-
talking about it last week.
How's the
Social
accusation against him going? Has he settled the kid?
That
has
has
he settled the
died.
deal?
That died. That came and went.
It's settled. Has it been settled out
I'm
of
sure it
court?
has been settled. I'm sure it has
It
been
was-
settled.
So it was still there, right? Is
media.
that
You just settle, you mean outside of court, or what? What's going
I
on?
don't know how it's been settled, but
That's
if
what
it's
it is,
not
right?
trending
It's
in if
he
it's
killed
not
it. He-
trending in entertainment news, then it has been settled.
Tyler Perry killed it. He said, "Nah, I
They
gotta,
keep trying that, man.
I gotta kill this stuff." But yeah, man, because it was true. Man. First of all, when you live in Atlanta and such an accusation come against you, boom. I know. I'm just saying, right? It's
Yeah,
99.9% of the time.
a high probability out there.
So we need to be, and AI news is a thing too, right? I'm not saying the Tyler Perry thing is fake news, but AI news is a real thing now, and it carries fake news.
Oh,
Because
wow.
as we're talking about Tyler Perry, my husband and I were in bed, and he showed me. He goes, "Oh, Magic Johnson is upset. It was either Magic Johnson or Shaquille O'Neal is upset with the way LeBron James is acting." They showed LeBron James and Natalia Bryant, Kobe Bryant's daughter, at some party. She's half naked and LeBron James is half naked. And right away, I told myself, that thing is AI.
Yes.
That's
No,
AI
no,
news. That's
No, yeah, no. But you see, right? You see, that's why I think even like a platform like ours, right? Like stuff like ours is important. We are getting a lot of fake stuff out there these days, right? Even
yes.
when the whole Charlie Kirk thing happened, right? They were like taking videos of celebrities, taking pictures of celebrities, like basically putting words in their mouth, right? It's like, like creating videos. Oh yeah, this celebrity said this celebrity said this about Charlie Kirk, right? So it's like
a lot of that out there, yeah.
There's so much stuff on social media, right? And again, that's why I think, when it comes to Utah governor, when he said, Spencer Cox, when he says like sometimes social media can become a cancer. And because there's so much, especially with AI right now, right? There's so much garbage on there. Sometimes you just gotta pick and choose your battles. Okay, what's
See,
real?
I
What's
was
not real?
upset. So
Gotta
shout
be
out to
careful with that.
LeBron and Savannah James, 12 years of marriage today. And that's just 12 years of marriage. This is the only man this woman knows. They've been together since age 17, I believe. Right?
I think everyone that knows Brown, that he said he loves his NDAs. I'm not saying they do love his NDAs, right?
But Beyonce likes NDAs, right? And she hasn't cheated on.
They
Yeah,
do
she
love
loves
NDAs.
NDAs.
If LeBron is having a party
You
and
gotta
you want to
protect,
come in there, you gotta sign those NDAs. You gotta
gotta
sign
protect
them,
yourself.
right? Yeah, he's like he doesn't want to take any risks. He's a billionaire. He doesn't want to
Now.
tarnish his brand. He's a brand, so he doesn't want to tarnish those
He's
brands.
a brand, yeah. You
Yeah,
gotta
he's a
protect the
brand,
brand.
and he's a billionaire, so you know.
And of course, I myself sometimes, yeah, I'll be like, I want some people to sign some NDAs.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I want some people to sign some NDAs because unfortunately, people don't know how to keep quiet. Even our family members, they don't know how to keep quiet. And so it
Yeah.
has become a strategic business move because you don't want people to be taking your name and your likeness out there and making money off of it too. So that's another reason for NDAs. NDAs are not just to keep people quiet because evidently it doesn't keep them quiet.
When
Puffy has
celebrities
learned that those things.
when celebrities are doing NDAs, a lot of I think that's a mistake Puff made though. I think he wasn't giving out NDAs. He was just recording his he was just recording those videos, right? He was just, he was just recording those videos or whatever videos he had at his freak-offs, right? But I think if he was doing NDAs, I don't think he was going to be in trouble. I don't
And
think so.
NDAs are
Right.
only have a time frame, right? They have NDAs can be a
It
non-complete
depends. It
clause.
depends. It depends.
It has none of them are indefinite. None. Nobody's gonna tell you they have an NDA that's indefinite. And sometimes they can only be specific to a certain situation. I don't think you just show up to a Beyonce event and you have to sign an NDA. No, I don't think that's the case. It probably depends where she's inviting you to or what the conversation you guys are having. And most likely it's a business move. When you go and share your ideas with people, you don't want them to just go and run with it. We know, Steve Jobs could have benefited from an NDA when he had invited what's his name? The Microsoft guy, when he invited Bill Gates over to check out what he had going on at Apple. He should have done an NDA then. Sometimes it's around a business move and a strategic business move to have NDAs. But of course, you're going to look at it as scandal.
Yeah, with celebrities, I don't know about that, but I'll give you that. But anyways, to answer your question here, Mohammed, yes, well, we do interviews. So whatever topic, whatever thing you want to talk about, we can talk offline. You can share your contact information with us, and if you want to come on for interview, definitely that's what this platform is about, right?
Come through.
Yeah. So let us know what's on your mind, what it is that you want to discuss, anything, right? There is a platform that is, amplifying, elevating, and empowering immigrant voices. So if you have something to share with folks out there, definitely welcome. Anything goes here. Nothing is off limit here in a Cycle Podcast. So we encourage you to, come on and, and I can tell you, we can hold our ground, right? Tactics will ask you some tough questions. Miss B will chew her own out there and whatever. So, but no, man. But here come it's a conversation style, just to educate our community, give some, pass some resources, whatever it is that you have to share with our community. So we encourage you to do that. Okay.
Please do. Come check us out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, again, back to my Savannah James and LeBron James, 12 years. We just love them. They're like Oprah and Obama. I mean, they're Obama and Michelle of the NBA world, right? And so we love them. And we're all here for it.
And we all know how the Michelle and Obama thing is.
Talk about
how is the Michelle and you
talk about that. I want to.
We all know.
Look, ladies,
we all know how the you know what? As I said, I always like to don't bring the Republican in me tonight.
There are certain. Just because, look, I ain't gonna call his name. He got some bones in his bags. What's Kendrick Lamar? Got some what in his bag? Whatever he says in the song. But ladies, we all know there are men in the entertainment industry, public eye, celebrity that we feel we can put our neck on the chopping board for, right?
Hey, really? You want to see him tonight?
Obama.
You want to put your neck on the chopping board for Obama? Really?
I
want to go there?
Ladies, call in. Put some.
You want to go there?
and let
The
me
man,
know
the man
if
never had any scandal during his presidency. So,
Well,
yes.
because they killed it. But I hear the do
oh,
cross the
you know,
I hear the do cross the
Oh,
road.
but Abraham, there's no
He
such thing as killing anything.
you
he
know
Where
all
crossed
the
there
the
is
other
I mean
smoke,
he
there
ones.
is
crossed the
fire,
road though.
and there
I
has
mean,
been no smoke with Obama.
wow, has been a lot of smoke.
Where? Name it. Name, and we'll be
No,
able to find it.
I'm not going to call those folks out because I don't want to get cancer.
There were
Even though we are the ones doing
no
the
LL
cancer.
major
Cool J.
Even
scandals.
though we are the
The
ones
list continues.
even though we
LL
are the
Cool
ones doing the
J.
cancer these days, right?
Morris Chestnut. Just because you're not among the name or Abraham, don't hate.
No,
You know,
I'm gonna get there.
Morris
I'm gonna,
Chestnut, LL Cool J. Who else? There's a long list of men
Tyler Perry.
who have
nice
remained
black
loyal
man.
and
Right,
been committed.
okay. If the start of Perry stuff was not gonna come over, she was gonna name Tyler Perry. Nah, that's what I said, right? If it hasn't come out yet,
I
don't
will
put a
not
new
name Tyler Perry because Tyler Perry's never been married, and I don't know what long-term committed relationship he's been in either.
Okay.
But not name Tyler Perry. I would not.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Stedman Graham. I think Stedman Graham takes the trophy. He deserved the Emmy, the Oscar.
Oh, but you're forgetting Denzel Washington, though, right?
I listened to
Denzel
Denzel. I
for
said
sure.
Oh, you did.
Denzel.
Okay, you did. Okay.
The top of that list, the top of my list is Obama, Denzel, and Stedman Graham. That's at the
You
top.
actually and Obama is in your top 3.
Now, top 3.
Wow.
Those are the top 3.
You know, go do
Bring
some
your
research.
receipts,
You
Abraham.
know, go do
Titus,
some
bring your
research tonight. You know, go do some research tonight because
What are your top 3?
Obama.
Uh-huh.
I will put Stedman and then Denzel, but in that order. My top 3.
Okay. All right.
Well,
Find something.
Congratulations to all. I mean,
solid brothers.
Yeah. First of all, right. Kudos to all the nice black men out there who have been committed to their
Thank you.
to their partners, to their wife.
Yes,
No
my
cheating.
husband.
Because guess what though? We have a segment coming up on cheating. You know, it's like folks that are in cheating relationships, some that they be jealous over their partners.
It's gonna be hard. You're about to bring the community
and ladies,
out. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to throw y'all under the bus too with this cheating relationship because the amount of married women that are cheating in our community, Abraham, it behooves me. And the things I find out.
Let's be hold your peace. Hold your peace. Right? Don't jump the gun. Okay, don't jump the gun. Okay, just leave that. Okay, hold your peace on that. But I'm just saying, kudos to all the nice, fine black men out there who are holding it down. No cheating, committed. You know, sometimes eating one soup is hard, but kudos to you guys. Kudos to you guys.
I can tip my hat to some Liberian men who I know have been in long time relationships and have remained committed. We have yet to hear anything and see them. And so I've asked some of my favorite couples, to come on here and just let us talk about not only Black love, but Liberian love that has been there through the test of time. I invite you guys. I think the messiness gets a lot of attention. And we want to hear about the stuff that's working out, that has worked out for a long time.
Yeah,
so
what are they doing, right? What's a long time for you? What's the time frame?
I mean, in this world, 5 years is a long time.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Anyway, folks, there's a 1 hour show because if we let Miss B flow today, she's just going to be flowing and she's going to
That's
maybe let
us right there.
Yeah, let some cats out the bag. And we got more juicy topic coming up, so we don't want to do that. But it's a 1 hour show. It's been fun tonight. And stuff like that. My man Titus, man, it's great that you could find some time to join us tonight.
Yeah, what's nice hanging with
my co-host. It's been great. But as we wrap up this segment, Titus, any last word from you to the audience out there? Folks been listening to us for the last 1 hour.
Just gonna highlight that brother again. That Indio Champ brother is a bodybuilder. He's in that movie. Check him out. It's on Prime. Right. Salute to you, brother. Keep doing your thing. And to everybody out there, man, hit us up. Come out here. Some people don't like to be on the spotlight, but we really need to keep bringing these things up, in our community. It's not just about highlighting the drama and who cheating on who and who marriage going the other way, but let's also highlight, the positives, the good in our community, man. It's so much stars out here that they're just in the cut. They're not coming. So come out here, join the conversation. Yeah. This is what IC Podcast is all about. Let's have a conversation and have fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, thanks, man. Thanks for having me tonight. It's fun always.
Yes, nice.
It's been great. It's been great. A lot of folks out there. Before Miss B could experience her technical difficulty, I pointed to her. I know she knows Shadow Roberts, but the other one I brought up is there's a one
university conversation.
It's even bigger than Shadow Roberts.
Where she says she called herself teacher and her students.
Okay,
yeah, Saji. Yeah, Saji.
Oh, so she's really bigger.
Yeah, I don't know who's bigger than who, but when you talk about other shows, Facebook shows, social media shows, Charlotte Roberts, Saji are the two pioneers and really big one that I know have been consistent, right? Charlotte has come to the church, Saji has come to the school, yes, come to the classroom. Okay. She's considered a teacher, yes, and so yeah.
Shout
out to my fellow women. Inner Circle is neutral. We're neutral. If you get tired with your shows, you want to take a break. If you want to be interviewed instead of always interviewing people, feel free to come here on Monday evenings, and we want to know what drives you to continue to do what you do. Join us.
Want to highlight successful people, right? And let me tell you, before I give you the last word, Miss B here, right? Look, CR is successful, so probably to bring her on here to interview her, right? I mean, what makes her the consistency, right? Is that she's doing day after day, people gravitate towards her, right? She draws the community. What drives that, right? Because she has a business.
She's an entity. She's a brand. She is a brand, and she gets paid to show up places. But CR, I don't need to talk about you. The door is open. You're invited. The invitation has been sent and shared. You're invited to come on Inner Circle. Let other people interview you, right? You get the center stage of sitting down on this platform, sitting in the seat, and we can interview you, and you get to talk about yourself instead of you doing all the interviewing all the time.
Yeah.
Saji, forgive me if I'm saying your name right. We're sending the invitation to you as well. Come here on the Inner Circle platform and let us interview you. We want to know what drives you to continue to do this. Like, Abraham said, day in and day out.
And guess what, though, right? We'll bring you on a segment we'll bring you on a business segment because you guys are business folks.
Yes.
You guys are brand, business. So we'll bring you on a business segment to discuss, how you guys started, right? Because the things you guys are doing, right, is consistency. And you don't find in our community a lot. People will start those things and then they just give up, right? And sometimes sometimes the pressure that comes with that. Yeah. Right, the fact that you have kept it up and people tune into you, right? It's business. You have built an empire, and however way we can help you to highlight your success, as Miss B said, the invitation is open, and we'll formally reach out to you guys to come. Come.
Because I think, Charlotte, you're celebrating more than 10 years. Hey, this year, whatever year anniversary this was, let's come and celebrate that as well. Saji, the same. I think the two of them probably been consistent for over 10 years now.
Yeah, that's big.
A decade. That's powerful.
Magnificent, man. Yeah. That's outstanding.
Yeah, those are the giants of entertainment. Even though they're kind of entertainment, they do it, but they are the giants of entertainment in the diaspora. No doubt. Yeah, they're the giants. So kudos to them.
And then also our reality TV folks. We want to invite you guys out here as well. Hopefully we'll get the ladies from Life After Scrubs, reality TV show. And Mona, Brooklyn Park Heats, I think if anybody you can say is a pioneer, will be Mona, who brought us Brooklyn Park Heats. I know we're still looking for season 2, how many years later? And Brooklyn Park Heats predates the Charlotte Roberts. It predates the Saji show, right? And so it would be nice to see, some of that history come here as well into the Inner Circle circle.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, now with that, right, any last word from you? Anything you want to tell the folks as we wrap up tonight? Because you have dropped so many gems here tonight, from the Cardi B pregnancy to whatever.
I mean, again, if you are doing something in the community, we're not here to say whether it's positive or negative. We want to support, right? if it carries weight, if it has a following, if it's successful, we want to celebrate. And so, yeah, I want to just send the invitation out there to everyone. We want you to come in here. We want you to promote yourself. We want to promote you. And then again, you know, we'll differentiate. Are you entertainment? Or are you a business? So, you know, you have 2 dedicated days, Mondays and Wednesdays, to come on here and talk about yourself and promote whatever you got going on. So our doors are open. That's definitely what I want to say. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Well, thank you so much, folks. And that concludes our show tonight. Tomorrow, we're going to be back here. You know, there's some loaded topics. The Miss B wanted to talk about homelessness in America. And, you know, and so.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're taking it there, huh?
Yeah.
We always knocking on everybody's door because with 12.5% tax.
Oh, you see.
Let's go.
I yelled at the trigger lady. You know, anyway, hold your peace. Tomorrow, that's the one, folks. Homelessness in America. So we're gonna be here from our own lens, right? As Ms. B said, who knows?
I like that topic.
And then from there, we might have some expert come here and give us some data and how we can solve that. But tomorrow, we're just gonna be discussing a month or so. Homelessness in America tomorrow. That's the topic. So hope you can join us. Anyway, good night, folks. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 7:30.
Good night, everyone.
Bye, y'all.